Alright, welcome to the Nickerson Factor. I just want to do a bit of recap, or a bit of reflection. Reflection's always nice, eh? A bit of reflection of the kind of like the last 12 days. I put myself up to the 12 day challenge of I was just worked for 12 days as things kind of fabricated around me. I know personally, I like to think I grind, man. I like to think that I do grind it out, and I do well at it, and that's just what I push myself to do. So I really wanted to push myself and just see if I could take it and see what would come out of it, and how I would deal with it. And I think what really came through for me was that my rituals that I kind of put in place for myself kind of saved me. They saved me from losing my shit. They saved me from just tapping out. I mean, as simple as I eat a massive bowl of porridge in the morning. That's my ritual. I did that every day, and that just gives me that fuel to just pump through the morning. For me, the other one was kind of running when I got back from work. So no matter how angry or anything was going on, I could go for a run, and at the end of that I found it was a big release for me. It was a point that I could go away, and then I'd come home again. It'd take me like an hour, while I get to run in a beautiful corner of our town. I find it's just a nice little discovery. It's a discovery of where you live, and just to really enjoy those little things that are around. Like, I never realized that I never move a lot here. Like, I walk to work and I do this, but I never really just appreciate my surroundings. And the biggest one I found with running is that I just choose different routes to go every single time, and I really just appreciate where I live, man. Like, I go through and there's some spectacular views going around, but I don't ever see them if you're going to someone's house, or if you live in the area. Or for me, if I go running, I find a set of stairs. Usually at the top of those stairs, man, there's an epic view, and it's almost seeing a different vision or a different view on where I live, a different view. So where I live now, it's kind of, I have a really amazing view. It is seriously epic. I knew that when I was finding a house, I wanted a nice view here. Like, it's something I can deal with. The house is, it's an old school wooden board house from the 1930s, 40s. There's a little bit of quirks about it, but the view makes it, man. And that for me I really liked. And almost changing where I am on a hill, like changing where I go, you get a different view of the town, and it changes my perspective of these beautiful things everywhere. It's kind of, yeah, and just learning to appreciate it. Just learning that there's magical places 5 minutes from your house, just around the corner. And then some days as I get through, I just seriously just stopped and was like, this is amazing. Yeah, it just kind of took my breath away a wee bit, and just really appreciative of where I am and what's around me, and taking note of it, just not taking all this shit for granted, and thinking that I have to go halfway around the world to see beautiful things, or I have to go for trips, or, with that point of thinking, because I've always thought that I'd have to go somewhere to see beautiful things. I always have to go to another country, or, you go to magical places. And it's really hard to see the magic around you. And the more I started discovering the magic around me, the more I just fucking appreciative and grateful, and just enjoy the moment. And I think it's that moment that I've really enjoyed. So the past 12 days, I've been flat tack. And what I've really been fucking surprised about is that how much I can do. Like, seriously, how much I can do in those days. Like, I never thought at the beginning of it it would be too fearful for me if I were at the end of it to write everything that I did, and then go back in time to me on day one and being like, this is what you're going to do for 12 days. I'm like, you're a funny guy. Nah, I couldn't do it, eh? It's always the rewards, mate. The end of the journey is where the rewards come. They don't come at the beginning, they don't come in the middle. They come at the end, where you sit down and you can just reflect about how it's going. And it helped to prove things that went right. And I've started on this concept of trying to really implement it slowly, of having rituals in my life that help me that are a positive influence into how I do my day. That it doesn't matter what goes on around me, these rituals are always here, and I really enjoy them. As simple as eating a bowl of porridge in the morning. For me, that's awesome. I mean, and how that's awesome for a couple of ways is that I never used to be able to eat in the morning. Like, I used to tell myself, I can't eat in the morning. I never could. And then I started just eating in the morning, and now I love that big bowl of porridge in the morning. And if it gets boring, I throw some bananas in there, I throw a little bit of fruit or whatever's in the fridge, or a bit of sugar, brown sugar. I've been craving milk, so I put some milk in there. And then what that has enabled me to do is that now I'm able to graze on nuts all the way through the morning, because I've had a big substance of food in my belly which keeps me going. And by grazing on these nuts, I'm able to slam out a couple games of pool on my first break, because I don't need to go upstairs to eat. I don't need to prepare my food. It's already done. I woke up this morning, put some food in me, and I only need to graze for that morning to keep me sustained and keep me going. And then I kind of stop down for lunch. And what that has enabled me to do, and enabled me to sit there and practice pool, and enabled me to put in a few games without skiving. This is all out of my own time. And now, in saying that, when I get up in the morning, I won't sit down until, well, I'll sit down when I drive, so like 4:30 I sit down. But it won't be until 5 o'clock when I get home, and I'll sit down for 20 minutes. And wow. And that'll be the first time I've actually just sat down and been like, right, that was a good day. And then I just sit there and force myself to go for a run, whether it's rain or shine. Now, it's been raining this week, and I've loved that, because it's kind of tested of like, are you going to do it when it's hard? Are you going to do it when it's shit weather outside? Do you think you can do it? And that's been a really good ritual for me of just eating. It's had like this massive, like this butterfly effect, just rolling through my whole day that I never would see. And from that simple act, what I've been able to do is that the other night when I had a massive game of pool and I made this really good dude nervous about playing against me, that moment only happened because I had a bowl of porridge in the morning. Mind fucking blowing on that one, man. Mind fucking blowing. And then my next one that I figured, that I've seen is I've started running. Now, I have hated running for 10 years. I used to play footy back in the day, and I think it came from I got forced to run for the sole purpose of just running. I didn't enjoy it. And then now, for some reason, it's become a little bit of a ritual that I've kind of pushed myself to do. Now, how that's improved is that my concept of running is not that I'm going to run to get fit. My concept of running is that it's something that pushes me to get out of the house when I come home from work, to do something, just to keep moving. And then the next one that I've realized at work is that for me to continue going for 8 hours straight on my feet, I need the fitness. I need that level of fitness to keep going. It doesn't sound like much, but I can keep going. I can not stop on my brakes. I can continue standing while I play pool. I can continue standing for the whole day. And that for me has helped. And that has helped a lot. And that's another little butterfly effect. It just sits there, and just doing that has just compounded me to just doing all of these other things. And yeah, that's a reflection of the 12 days. It's been good, so I'm just going to continue doing that. Just take these and just improve and move on to them and move them on to the next thing. Now, I was tested at the end of it. I was a little bit sad about this, because at the end, my back window ended getting smashed out, my car rifled through. I mean, that feels a little bit shit. I mean, I was more annoyed because I just replaced my door handle, and I've had issues with my lock falling apart. And I finally got that done, and the dude breaks it, and you're like, back to square one. But it's not really back to square one, because I don't know whether or not if you own a Honda, but what it seems to be is that you become first name basis with wreckers. So now I roll into the wreckers, and I'm like, I need this. Cool, man. That'll be easy. Come through Monday. And I was like, I need it by Thursday. He's like, yeah. I was like, do you need a name? He's like, nah. He's like, oh, I'll be in around Monday or something to pick it up. He's like, yeah. Awesome. And I mean, my car is hilarious. Like, it's just, everyone looks at it and is like, there's just problems with your car, man. Buy a new one. I'm like, yeah, there's problems. I mean, they're easily solved. I mean, I probably spend more than I should on my car, but I find it a fascinating endeavor. I like the reflection of my car as my property of me, because it's a bit rugged on the outside. There's always things you can fix, and it's just continue moving. But at the core of it, she's fucking solid, mate. Every day she starts, she gets me to work, she gets me back. I have to look after her, but she's good, mate. She's just a solid piece of equipment, and I respect that. And for some reason I do. And what I've really enjoyed, I've started learning about how a door lock system works. I've been kind of simply teaching myself to take things apart and put them back together, and you know, that it's not at the end of the world when this kind of falls apart. I don't need to go to the garage and just kind of sort this shit out. I don't need to do that because I've just been tutoring with it slowly, you know, and it's just been something else to do. And that's been a really cool endeavour. It's been a really interesting endeavour. I really enjoy it. I don't know if there's a point that maybe I should just get a car that won't actually break and actually will do what it's supposed to do, but I feel it's teaching me something at the moment. I enjoy it a little bit more now, just kind of twiddling with it and like fixing things and talking to the wreckers and replacing this, replacing that. I don't know, I like it. I find it just stepping up in like what I can maintain in a car. Like, it's cool. I really enjoy that. So that's been really cool. So now when shit goes wrong with my car, it's not the end of the world. It's just like, oh my god, fuck, it's gonna cost me this much, but I know how to fix it. Like, it's just like it's an hour fix. I just go off and it's like sorted, done, mate. It's just done. And so that's been really cool. And yeah, and I don't know why someone broke my window. That was random, man. That was just fucked up, you know. And you get that real insecure feeling that maybe someone at work's not liking you, they're fucking with you, or some shit's going on, or you know, why does this shit happen, man? Like, I don't know. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, nah, you can't go down that track. It doesn't help, even if it is some shit. Just let it go. It's all good. Because what I figured out was that if that is the case, I must be doing something right, man. Like, I must be making someone insecure with the job that I do. I must be making them look bad. And the point is, it's not on me, man. Like, it's not on me. I come to work and I do this. Now, if I do it better, or if I'm making you look shit because you don't do anything, step your game up. Like, that's not my problem, you know? And I don't know whether or not you can call that arrogant or self-conscious. Now, arrogant is a weird one. So I went through a phase last year of about 3 months where everyone around me decided that I was arrogant, and I heard that word like to the point that now I get told it and it just brushes straight off me. I'm just like, yeah, sweet as, man, sweet as. But I remember the first time I was told it, I was just like, oh my god, am I arrogant? Like, do I need to sort my shit out? I don't want to be? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this, you know, should I change something? And by the end of those 3 months, someone would call me arrogant. I'm like, yeah, cool, man. You're allowed to say what you want, man. Like, it's not my problem. Like, it's cool. Like, it's a pretty bullshit statement because you're just saying some shit. You're not really explaining yourself. Like, if you were to sit down with me, man, like, dude, this is what I think you're arrogant with. I'm like, cool, man. Why? Like, I want to know why. Like, I want to know. Like, I want to improve it, or I want to understand. Like, this is me coming off to other people. So please sit down. Like really just pick me apart and tell me, yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit cut. It's gonna hurt, but I'll listen. I will listen to what you have to say. Now, a lot of these people, I would say, and like, by the end of it, I was like, oh, that's cool. Why? Let's have a conversation. No one wants to have a conversation about it. No one wants to. No one wants to divulge why they think you are. It's like, why am I arrogant? And like, tell me. Please, just tell me. Silence. No one can do it. They're like, oh, no, I've just called you arrogant. That's just what I'm going to do. I was like, really? Please, enlighten me. What is it? So yeah. So that's been good, man. It's been good. It's, yeah, things are moving. I think things are like snowballing out. They're just out of control. Like, I just can't stop. And I don't know what I'm doing half the time. This is the best bit. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I just sit there and I'm like, right, let's just roll with the day. And then this shit happens, you're like, oh, I have to deal with this now. Okay, how am I going to deal with this? Cool, alright, sweet as, I'm going to do it this way. And what I've found is that when these problems happen and you have to deal with something differently, it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just so hard to do something different. Like, my back windscreen's broken, so now I have to park in our little garage thing that we have at the house. Now, I've never done it before because I can't handle getting it. It's a tight space. And I was like, oh, I don't have to, I'll just park on the road, like, it's all good. But now my back window's out, I was like, oh man, like, I have to do this. And it's forcing me to do it, and it's uncomfortable, and it's something new, and it's going to teach me how to park there. So out of this weird scenario of like, just weird things that have happened, it's forcing me to improve in this area that I never would have before. You know, finding that opportunity and just pain. Finding when something goes wrong, find something to learn from it. You know, if it makes you do something else, fantastic. Just go learn how to do that. Then one day, you're like, how did you learn to do that? It's like, well, actually, funny story. This happened to me and I had to start doing it this way. It's a new little habit. It's a new little ritual. And then you start and you go from there. And, oh, yeah, no, really good, man. Really good. Couch session. I like it. But I've got to go. I'm smelling the bacon. I put a little bit of brown shugs on my bacon. Oh, I'm getting excited about it. And as always, stay hungry, stay foolish.